Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, we're talking about you all day.
Oh my God.
Anna Kendrick can't fake it. She's just like, listen, I know y'all want me to, but I can't with this. I don't know. This doesn't look like a woman under stress. This doesn't look like a woman who can barely get out of bed, as we've seen in reports. This looks like a woman who cannot wait to be back in the spotlight.
On Friday, the premiere of Another Simple Favor, starring the Never With Teeth icon and Anna Kendrick, happened in Austin, Texas at the South by Southwest Film Festival.
Blake Lively thought she was staging a grand comeback at the Another Simple Favor premiere on March 7th, 2025 at South by Southwest. She strutted onto that red carpet in Austin, Texas, expecting Hollywood to roll out the welcome mat. Instead, she walked straight into a PR nightmare that's still unraveling. Protests erupted, her co-star threw shade, and her legal baggage followed her like a shadow. What was supposed to be her big moment turned into a disaster. So what went wrong? Let's break it down.
The yummy chanteuse did show up and walked the red carpet. Anna Kendrick wanted none of that. She chose not to. Smart, I think, right?
I don't know. This doesn't look like a woman under stress. This doesn't look like a woman who can barely get out of bed, as we've seen in reports. This looks like a woman who cannot wait to be back in the spotlight.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, we're talking about you all day.
Oh my God.
Anna Kendrick stole the show, and not in a good way for Blake. When a reporter tossed her the softball question, what does it mean to be working with Blake again? Anna didn't even try to fake it. She just said, oh, you know, with all the warmth of a freezer burn. Those 3 words hit like a gut punch. Twitter lit up, Reddit threads exploded, and body language gurus dissected her stiff posture and flat tone. Was it exhaustion, disdain, or something deeper? Fans couldn't stop buzzing about the tension, and it's no wonder. There's a backstory here that's been simmering for years.
What's it like working with her again? Oh, you know. I know.
I thought this was a great response. She didn't even want to play nice. That is how bad it is to be around Blake Lively. Anna knows how important this is. Kendrick was privately fuming at Lively's failure to address how her ongoing battle with Baldoni was negatively impacting their upcoming movie.
There's a hypocrisy and a fraudulence there that the public is picking up on.
The rumors of a feud between Blake and Anna aren't new. Back in 2018, when they filmed the first A Simple Favor, the vibes were already off. The movie made $98 million on a $25 million budget, but behind the scenes, things were a mess. The studio had to keep them apart during press junkets because the tension was unbearable. Fast forward to 2024, and it's worse. Word is, Blake flipped out over the sequel's poster, demanding her name sit higher than Anna's. Like, physically higher on the page. Not bigger, not bolder, just higher. It's the kind of petty move that screams insecurity, and Hollywood insiders were quick to call it out. One viral tweet nailed it. Blake Lively would rather tank the movie than let Anna Kendrick shine, but that was just the warm-up.
She has her poster here. It says, "Justice for Justin Baldoni. Blake lied." She has her poster here. It says, "Justice for Justin Baldoni. Blake lied." Blake Lively's terrified to do the red carpet, and that Anna Kendrick is pissed off. This is insider information that she hates her. She can't stand her.
Like, what does it mean to be back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy. Like, this way.
She looked really bad then too, but still, she clearly can apologize.
Yeah, she's capable of it.
But she would not apologize, and I find that despicable.
Yeah.
Outside the premiere, things got loud. Protesters lined up, waving signs that screamed "Justice for Justin Baldoni" and "Blake lied." Someone even showed up in a custom "Blake lied" t-shirt. Talk about commitment. This wasn't a handful of randos. It was a full-on crowd, and they were mad. The Daily Mail picked it up, turning niche gossip into mainstream headlines. What's fueling this? It's all tied to Blake's legal mess with Justin Baldoni. Her It Ends With Us co-star. Accusations of manipulation and smear campaigns have been flying, and the public's picking sides. The signs weren't just a stunt, they were a warning, and it's only getting uglier.
You have to kind of go into these details to really get a full understanding of just how bad Blake Lively is.
Definitely trying to be like, do you think the movie has been impacted by the Blake and Justin stuff without being so blunt? And Anna tried her best to be like, I don't know, like, what's going on? And she walked away so fast. Like, she did not want to be asked any more questions like that.
Basically, enemies and their press tours had to be booked separately.
How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Now it's reported Blake Lively had another issue making the 2018 movie A Simple Favor, which was a success, making $98 million on a budget of $25 million, but she didn't get along with Anna Kendrick.
That legal battle with Justin Baldoni is a storm Blake can't outrun. It started with her lawsuit against him, meant to paint her as a victim and clear her name. Instead, it backfired hard. Insiders say she thought Hollywood would rally behind her, but the industry's not buying it. The details are murky, accusations are being thrown around, and neither side's looking clean. But the damage is real. Brands are bailing, and her once spotless image is taking hit after hit. Even her fixer, Nick Shapiro, a former CIA big shot turned PR wizard, can't scrub this fast enough. The internet's got receipts, and they're not letting go. But that's not even the worst of it.
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I assume that Blake has lost many roles to my glamour, beauty, and elegance.
When you hear
sorry about it, Blake.
Which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter.
Terrible daughter.
This person is not an honest broker. I believe her less than ever. I actually disbelieve her fully now.
Hollywood's reaction has been ice cold. Directors who used to rave about Blake are now dodging questions. Paul Feig, who helmed both Simple Favor films, tried a weak defense on social media, but fans saw through the spin. Damage control, they called it. Crew members are spilling tea too. One allegedly quit the industry after working with her, saying,
It was reported they were both pretty immature, where Anna Kendrick demanded to show her cleavage in the poster to distract people from Blake Lively. And the two didn't have a good relationship on set, which is why they didn't do many interviews marketing the movie together.
Sense of humor. And they also both make everyone that they're around better at what they do. Like, they're just, because you sink or swim. And it's true, you guys are both so good that people just like get on their egg.
Blake Lively, after her biggest success, was just met with a lot of controversy, but now to make things worse, it's come out she feuded with Anna Kendrick.
she was a nightmare. Gucci and Chanel, done with her. Agents are whispering to studios that she's financially irresponsible, code for box office poison. Even Ryan Reynolds, her husband, is feeling the heat. His jokey social media posts about their marriage, gone. Hollywood doesn't just cancel you, it ghosts you, and Blake's getting the silent treatment. The fallout could be brutal. Blake's not just losing gigs, she's losing relevance. Luxury brands won't touch her, and studios are rethinking her name on any call sheet. Ryan's Deadpool 3 team is sweating bullets, praying her drama doesn't taint their golden goose. She's hired PR heavyweights to rewrite the narrative, but the clock's ticking. In Hollywood, you're only as good as your last win, and Blake's last win feels like ages ago. The premiere was her shot to turn it around, but instead, it's looking like a career tombstone. And what about the movie itself?
What's your expertise? I want to give equal opportunity.
Oh, I'm not an expert at anything. I know a couple things here and there.
He was given blank checks to pay people off, make things go away, manipulate the headlines in the news. So Nick Shapiro to me is doing what we would refer to as SEO manipulation and narrative control. It's also in some circles called reputation laundering, just kind of like money laundering. But he's coming in and fixing. So what I imagine we're going to see is a lot more of kind of that reputation laundering, where we're seeing a lot more positive stories to bury the bad. So he's turning in this ethical long-term strategy to improve a brand or to prop up a brand.
Another Simple Favor is dangling by a thread. The premiere was a circus. Anna's shade, the protests, Blake's forced smiles. Will audiences care enough to show up? Henry Golding, another co-star, smirked when asked about the reunion, saying, "What could go wrong?" That's not optimism, that's sarcasm. Rumors swirl that Anna's done with Blake for good, and who'd blame her? The cast's chemistry is DOA, and the buzz feels more like a funeral than a celebration. The film might scrape by at the box office, but Blake's reputation won't. This was supposed to be her comeback, not her curtain call. So here's where we land. Blake Lively's big return crashed and burned. Anna Kendrick's dismissal, the protester chaos, and a legal mess she can't spin have turned her into Hollywood's latest cautionary tale. She thought she could smile her way back to the top, but the industry's moved on, and it's taking her co-stars, her brands, and maybe even her husband with it. Can she pull off a miracle recovery, or is this the end of Blake's A-list reign? Time's running out, and Hollywood's not waiting around to find out.